Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MEAxFEAI Grand Fest 1 Day 4, and this is gonna be the the second match of the night. The first match have already been played, and due to some problems with the technical issues on my end, the weather condition not really favoring us today. Because of that, we could not really have the best experience with the live stream for the first match. Really, my apologies for that. However, with the second game coming your way, we have fixed the issues that were there in our hand, and right now we shall move swiftly to the next match, which is going to be between Team Maledicta onto the blue side and Team Rora onto the red side. As you can see already, right, the bans have taken place. From the side of Team Maledicta, they have banned the Wan, they have banned the Lapu Lapu. For the side of Team Rora, they chose to ban the two heroes, which is gonna be the Fluorine as well as the Glue. Really good bans, decent drafting so far for the banning section. Let's see what do they want to go for. The Uranus is open, even as the YS says, the only double S tier hero right now, especially in the jungle section, right, so fast at clearing the jungle, can really set the tempo of the game. But there's a lot of choices as well, and the first pick is gonna be the Harlot, and currently the Harlot is doing really well in the draft because he's really strong. We have seen even during the MSC Sanford using that hero to the utmost potential, making things so difficult for their team, right? And once again, right now we'll move to the second pick from the side of team it's gonna be team actually Rora. They're gonna pick up the direct counter towards the Arlo. They do not want this hero to dash really too much. It's gonna be the Minsitar cancelling out all the dashes with his King's Calling, and also to add a bit more layer of CC is gonna be the Aurora as well. But that instant answer back from the side of Team Maledicta is gonna be the Kadita as well as the Grandeur, right? Really two strong picks, and an instant Irithel pick coming up from the side of Aurora. So far the draft is looking really good. Both the teams have picked the same role so far. I mean, you can see, right, either the Minsitar and the Arlot will be going to the EXP lane, or they can be shifted to the mid lane as a roamer. It depends upon the team, but the rest of the two heroes, they should be going to their individual lanes. That is going to be the mid lane mage and the goal lane into the goal laners, right? The second banning phase already here, the Hayabusa being taken away onto the side of Team Maledicta. They will be choosing to ban the Lancelot. Really good two bans, I would say. But once again, we need to wait and watch. What do they want to pick out here? There's a lot of heroes still up. Even the YSS not being banned still surprises me. It's really so difficult to counter against the utility with that hero is so much. And ooh, there's gonna be Kalea being picked up already from the side of Team Aurora. So a lot more pickoffs, more layer of CC, so looking good so far. I think that might force the side of Team Maledicta to go for a bit of purifies maybe. So let's see what do they want to go for out here. But the Grog being revamped is left completely open, and with the revamped Grog, he has been so good. So we need to watch for that. But I think along with the utility jungle, the support will definitely be a better choice. And yes, they go for that. They go for the Diggy to just negate all the CC that the side of Team Rora wants to utilize out here for their draft. So interesting pick for sure. And if they want to go for this hero, that is going to be the Fredrin. Yes, they will pick it up. I think that's a really solid front line to actually soak in the damage, and also with the Praesus Rat, he can deal a big bonk onto the enemies. So we need to even watch for that. But the jungler is still due. They are showing up an assassin. I would say they can go for an assassin, but even the Xbox would be a really good choice out here. Maybe if they want, they can go for the Alpha too, but there's a lot of other options. But oh, they actually go for the Xbox out here. I don't know if you guys are listening to the live stream, man. Don't do that. Don't snipe. I'm just kidding, but hey, they actually go for the Xbox out here. And yeah, things are pretty much set. Let's see how will this match turn out to be. The draft has been locked. 50% of the game is already done away with, while the rest 50% is still due. Both the teams will be moving into the land of Dawn, and we shall see what do they actually do out here. But a little bit of swipes at the last moment out here. So but still I think they're pretty much comfortable with the heroes, and all the best to both the teams. May the best team win out here, and there are obviously a lot of other factors that can come into the play, right? And the second match of the evening in Shinryu's pool. So actually, of course, I'm Shinryu for this match. I'll be a host, caster, referee, as well as a streamer for this, apparently. And yeah, that's a lot of roles, right? And you need to just bear with me for right now. However, the second game shall be beginning really soon. We are right now heading into the Land of Dawn, finally. So let's see what do the players actually want to do. And Land of the Dawn, here we actually start. The goal laners, both the side laners will actually get a help, I guess, for in the early game at least. But once again, they're looking to start with the different buffs. Here it's gonna be the jungler Xbox starting with the blue buff, whereas the side of Team Maledict as jungler, they will be starting with the red buff. So interesting choice out here for sure. And it's gonna be pretty decent game in the early game. I believe you can see the roamers just being active at different parts of the map. They're trying to look for a little bit of vision, but I think it's gonna be pretty standard. But again, top lane, they're taking a little bit damage. I mean, they're giving a little bit of damage onto the Grandeur, but he should be okay. I think the first Lethal should be pretty much going easily to the side of Aurora jungler. So early game pretty much secured for this jungler. Onto the side of the goal lane, it's gonna be a little bit of poke. You can see K as well as Josh Rodrigo already being active on the top lane. Might just play a little bit of poke game out here. But again, bot lane, same thing. The EXP lane is just doing their work, just poking each other out, a little bit of damage. But again, the goal lane is where the main contest is gonna be, right? So we need to watch for that. But again, the Kadita trying to get a little bit of knock up, but does not get the skill connected. But down bot, it seems like a little bit of poke damage. Also, Javi is gonna be there with the Digi out here. But top lane again, it's too much focus out there, right? They're trying to get another engage, but it's just gonna be a little bit of damage traded off. But again, with 15 seconds away on the clock, they will actually try to secure the turtle very soon. But again, look at the aggression coming in from the side of Team Aurora. They want to poke their opponents, they want to get the HP bar a little bit low. But the river control again onto the side of Team Maledicta, you can see they already have the players available. The Mincidar was forced to recall back to the base, so they still have all their spells available. The roamers are still not level 4, so that might just make it a bit things difficult. But again, Diggy can poke a lot, but it's gonna be Team Aurora starting of the turtle. Fredrin is gonna make his way. Hades needs to be go for a good retribution. But again, the poke damage is gonna be there. A lot of skills being used. Last Insanity as well as the Frigid Glacier being taken, everybody down, and 3 members being taken away already. And even the turtle was secured from the side of Team Aurora in the first bout, so a big win for them already. Maledicta, they did not get the best time out there. Not having the Diki ultimate definitely made things a bit more tight for them. But top lane, still a little bit of poke damage coming here. Both the goal laners will just farm for now, unless there's a rotation for them to go for a pickup. But again, you can see K really being aggressive. Did not have the flicker. Did he have? So I think he could have potentially go for the engage, but the Tsunami Slam is already on a low HP. But Javi again being taken down. That's going to be the second time him being punished. But the Kadita will be able to just recall back. So Haze of Misery still surviving. And so far the early game is looking pretty good for the side of Team Aurora out here. However, it can get flipped with the next team fight. The goal lead is just a mere 1.6k, so not too much so far. But again, pretty much of a rough start, if you ask me, for the side of Team Maledicta. They need to get their items locked in for their heroes before they can actually go in for a proper engage. But again, K is going in aggressive, gets a knock up onto Hades, but he still has a Tsunami Slam. He uses it onto the dig. He wanting to force out the time journey, reverse time journey. But again, they go for another engage. It's gonna be K being taken down, last Insanity being used, but nobody out there. But the Frigid Glacier will connect onto 2, but it's gonna be a reverse clap back from the side of Team Maledicta. You can see Hades taking too much damage. He will fall for sure, but the damage from Irithil should be enough to take one more member. But look at the clapback. Haze of Misery will get the kill, but the damage from Capaneus will be that death gun for him to be taken down. So Josh Rodrigo being taken down for the first time, and right now you can see the game really shifting once again from back and forth. But again, the orange, the red, purple buff out there, you can see already the vision being secured by the. Is already up, and it seems like the side of Team Maledicta, their jungler is a bit far away, so shouldn't be a 50-50. Retribution should secure this turtle pretty easily. But again, the King's Calling being used. He wants to lock in onto few members, but does not get the hook properly done, so it's going to be a wasted resource. But again, right now Maledicta, they are a bit behind in terms of resources as well as, you know, the objective control, so they need to get their head back into the game. The jungle right now is being invaded by the X-Borg, and also top lane they want to go for another engage. There's gonna be the Tsunami Slam onto the Grandeur. He should not be surviving that because he does not have the flicker. But once again, the last insanity being used, Javi will be surviving that with the heal as well as the reverse time journey. But again, Kadita forced to use the Wrath of the Rough Waves, right? And will be able to survive out there. But bot lane, once again, a 1v1 between both the EXP laner. It seems like Maledicta's EXP laner is having a better time against the Mincitar because he does not have the King's Calling yet. So that's a good information, right? And that will help them to secure the first turret of the game down bot. So I think the top lane should be pushed as well really soon, but they HP is pretty low, right? So different approach from both the teams so far. Despite having the goal lead, despite having the kill lead, Maledicta still are leading in terms of the turret department. They do not have the objective control so much, but they did get a turret. But again, they want to go for another engage up top. You can see the Irithel being really active, aggressive as well, but he will not get the final hit. But okay, goes in with the knockup, but he does not get the final hit. But it's gonna be a punish back from the side of Team Maledicta. A good rotation, and again the Tsunami Slam under the turret will get a kill onto the Grandeur, but he will get trade off too. They also used the reverse time journey, but a follow up from the side of this EXP jungler will help them secure a triple kill. He might get a Maniac, but I don't think so. Oh, he actually was able to just kite back, but not for too long. X-Borg gets the kill, the Sky Piercer 2 for him, and he wants to find a few more before he actually can, you know, move away from the harm zone. But there's gonna be the rotation from Hades, actually goes in, does not have the Firag armor, gets the taunt, and as well there's gonna be the knockup, and that's gonna be a kill secured by Hades onto the Xbox. So good trade-off right before the turtle, so he should be able to secure it. He does have the retribution. The Mincitar is gonna be active out there, does have the King's Calling, but I don't think so he wants to go in yet. The Petrify as well as the knockup, but he uses the flicker. He will survive. The EXP laner does have that, you know, agility that he requires, but the King's Calling once again for a reverse clapback. The counter engage onto the Kadita will, not the Kadita, but Javi will get him taken down. The Frigid Glacier, two members straight down. The Tsunami Slam as well will be a double kill secured for Suresh Kantfil, and damn, suddenly the match is already, you know, getting fully fueled up. Back and forth fights, but this time in the favor of Team Aurora, and they want to take another turret down up top. The second tier is already at you know, bad situation up top, so they need to be careful. But again, mid lane, the Eternal Bliss wanted to find and engage onto the mage, but he will be able to get out of the harm space. Had to expend the flicker, but you know, anything for to survive. And so far the game is pretty much, you know, I would say even, despite, you know, a team winning one fight, another team winning the other fight. They actually are on par. There's nothing too much lost already yet. However, they need to be wary of the fact the turrets are getting taken down. But again, Josh Rodrigo wants to find another kill. He might be too deep out there. The Petrify does connect, but oh, it's gonna be a kill secured. Eternal Bliss does find that stun as well as the damage necessary to take him down, and that's going to be the golden taken down. But again, the Frigid Glacier as well as the King's Calling, but the reverse time journey will be helping him survive. But for how long is going to be the question. Again, the knockup being there, but Mincitar will be traded off, and Hades in the midst of too many people should be getting back off. But the last Insanity might secure a kill. Yes, it does. Haze of Misery will be getting taken off, but Hades does not want him to go away. But you can see another engage behind the back, will be another kill secured. But it seems like Siwa will be too deep out there, and Hades with the Praise's Wrath will be getting a kill secure. But 1v1 between Eternal Bliss as well as K, followed up by Capanius to help him just fight that even more longer, will result in a, you know, no man's zone, because they will go for a disengage. So again, the Lord is up, and you know, it the side of Maledicta, they definitely have the advantage to take it down. The jungler is still 3 seconds away from respawning, so they do have the damage necessary. But again, the zoning from Eternal Blaze, but the Frigid Glacier will be stunning him out, a lot of damage onto him. But Javi will be there to heal him up with the Revitalize. But up down their bot, you can see this already pushing the lane, the MM being active, but the Lord is definitely in the favor of Team Maledicta, so they have the Lord advantage at this point. They should be able to take down a few turrets, I believe, if they sink the waves properly. But mid lane, they want to push it first. You can see K wants to go in to find a Tsunami Slam, but he does not find that engage he was looking for. The Ocean Node will be helping him survive for a little bit longer. And again, they are really being active. But again, K this time gets the knock-up. Should be okay so far. The Kadita do not want to engage on the tanky members yet, right? He wants to find the squishy ones. But again, back near the mid lane is going to be the the Frigag armor already being taken down. The flicker already being expended from the roamer of Team Rora. He does not have that surprise combo anymore. But up top, the Lord is going to be cleared before it actually takes on the second tier turret. But mid lane is going to be a different case. I think they should be able to take down the turret pretty easily. They do have the wave, and yes, the turret defense, that's going to be the Holy Shield, is still up, and they're doing a good work to keep it up. But it seems like Xbox is too deep out there. He loses the immortality and also gets stunned up. And yes, Capanius will be getting another kill. But oh, the hook actually connects, and also the Tsunami Slam bringing Hades too deep. But oh, reverse clapback. It seems like Hades does survive, and look at that. Eternal Blaze goes in, gets a double kill, but he will get shut down eventually. And a good reverse clapback, 4 members being taken down, a 4-for-1 trade. I think that definitely was in the favor of Maledicta, and right now they're doing really good. And soon enough they should be able to crack open that inhibitor turret as well. As you can see, most of the second tier turret, actually almost all of the second tier turrets have been taken down, and right now the inhibitors are in the danger, right? Because the next Lord might dictate the fate of this game. If it's Lord in the favor of Maledicta, they can look for an end close enough. But if it's in the hands of Team Rora, they can actually take a few turrets down themselves. It's going to be an interesting thing to look at, right? But once again, we are just 12 minutes into the game. The kills do not look too far apart, but the goal is still in the favor of Maledicta. They have a 3-kill lead at this point. I mean 3k goal lead at this point, and they can maintain it, I believe, so long they have the Diggy to just negate the CC that is coming up. But again, the knockup on to Javi forces to use a reverse time journey, but Hades will go in, gets the Tsunami Slam, and he gets brought back to behind. The King's calling too, but Kadita goes in, K gets taken down, and Siva too. Eternal Blaze gets the kill knock-on, but the snipe will take Suresh down, and again Eternal Blaze going in really deep, and he will get a kill, but he also gets traded away. Again, a 4-for-2 trade this time around. It's just going to be the EXP laner Minsitar all by himself trying to defend this lane, but for how long is going to be the question. And the mid lane inhibitor gets taken down. I think the top will be too, but again another knock-up damage being given to the Minsitar, but he forces that flicker out. Still survives for a little longer, but the waves are still there. He does not have the King's Calling anymore, but K is finally back, but the base is too low on HP. He gets the Tsunami Slam, but it's already too late, as the side of Team Maledicta will be securing this game pretty easily. But it was a hard fight for sure. Both the teams played it out very evenly, but Maledicta definitely playing it a bit better, getting the better trade, and also eventually getting that victory onto their side. A good game for sure, right? And seems like the Granger will get the MVP, and the rest of the members really did well, right? Hades was a frontliner along with Javi, getting that CC immunity, negating all that CC. But I would definitely say Eternal Bliss definitely was the man to watch out for in this game. The way he was going into this team fight really made things so difficult, because he could just easily give the damage because of his build. You can see he went for the damage Arlord instead of the typical tanky build, but man, he really played well to give the advantage to the team. However, it seems like Aurora, they just fell a little bit short. They were doing really well in the early game. However, they kind of lost in the synergy department. I would say they could not layer their skills very properly, and the moments they could, the Diggy was always available. I would say the Diggy was definitely a smart pick out here, and that's why they could do really good. And again, the stats you can see, right? The Grandeur doing good. Even the Arlo 25% damage all by himself, and the turret push out there. But this is going to be it for the second match between these two teams. This is going to be Maledicta actually moving to the next round, and Aurora, unfortunately, their journey has to be cut short out here. But good game to both the teams, and we will be right back after a short break with the next match right away to you for you guys. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. We'll be back really quickly, so just stay tuned and keep watching. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back with the third game of the evening. It's gonna be between Team BTD versus Monkey Business. The last match was already played, and this is gonna be the third game of the evening in ShinRyu's pool. And if you're watching right now, this is the MEAxFEAI Grand Fest 1 knockout stage, day 4. And yeah, we shall move into the match right away as we are waiting. So let's see what do these two teams have to offer. And yeah, I'm pretty interested to see what kind of drafts will they actually play for and other stuffs. But hey, if you guys are here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the stream. Show your love for the channel and be active out there. You can predict down which team do you think would actually win. And yeah, we will be heading for this first match, the third match, of course. Onto the blue side, you can see Team BTD, and onto the red side, you can see Team Monkey Business. The first ban is still due, and we are just waiting for the timer to run down before they actually ban a hero. Which one is gonna be is definitely gonna be the question, and oh, it's gonna be the Zishin actually being the first ban. Pretty interesting choice, for sure. And for the second one, let's see. And guys, if you're here right now, do make sure that you also check out the other streams too. This is just one stream that is going on. If your teams are playing in other pools, you can actually go and support them out there too. But for this match, it's between these two teams you're watching right now. I guess the other streams, 2 of them are already over, and only 2 are running right now. It's gonna be the ShinRyu's pool as well as the that's right, Anxious, right? Yes, Anxious pool are actually running right now, so you can watch either of the stream. But I would appreciate if you just watch this one, and also you can just throw away the questions that you have, and you can just take a look at the bans right now, right? The Lapu Lapu as well as the Florine being banned away already. So pretty interesting choices for sure. What would be the last ban from the side of Team Monkey Business? It's gonna be mystery still, right? And I guess it should be an assassin, maybe if they want to, or they can ban an EXP laner too. Mage is also an option, but I don't think so too many teams actually go for a mage ban. Maybe banning out the Uranus could be an option, and it's gonna be the goal laner. So yeah, the 1-1 definitely a problem. Too difficult to actually catch, and also to actually punish. The early game is not so good, but once he secures the item, once she secures the item, it's pretty difficult to actually counter her, because it's pretty easy to actually open your weaknesses and go in for the engage. But again, the R-Lord, once again, last game we saw the R-Lord in a damage build. It was really working well for the side of Team Maledict, and this time too he might get picked as the first hero. I think the R-Lord in the current meta is doing really good after we saw the performance of Sanford in the MSC, like getting the victory and also winning the championship against Team SRG OG organization. So this time the first pick is a different one. It's going to be the Irithel being locked in from the side of Team BTD. And to answer back, the Lancelot being an instant lock from the Monkey Business, as well as the Farsa. I think both the heroes are so strong in the current meta, Not only I think, it's actually a fact, right? The Lancelot is one of the top junglers right now, alongside the YSs, the Yi Sun-shin. The Yi Sun-shin is definitely the double S tier. Lancelot, while is the S tier jungler right now. And the other junglers too, but they do not fall exactly at the S tier, but they're close by. The Farsa, definitely right now almost an S tier hero in the midsection, because of the range that she provides along with the damage, and also she has a very good mobility with the wings by wings in the map, making things pretty easier for the teams to actually take fight anywhere they want, because the rotation is pretty quick. So looking good. But to answer back is gonna be the Sicilian onto the mid. A little bit late game, but still good damage and also pretty good. Little bit CC, little bit slowdown. Can work well if the positioning is good along with a good frontliner. Things can be pretty easier, but the Alucard is something which we are not really too accustomed to seeing. But in the hands of a good user, it can really be lethal. But once again, the problem is of Alucard, he requires a lot of time to come online, and he needs a few more items too than most typical junglers who can just come online after 1 or 2 items. So the Alucard kind of lacks the early game damage. It's pretty much a mid to late game, more like a late game. But the mid game power spike is also good. And the Grok, oh, making an appearance after the revamp he received. I would say the Grok is a ban-worthy hero at this point, because he has been so lethal, and with his skill set being a little bit adjusted and also upgraded, I think right now he can also use his first kill while using his ultimate, something like that. I've not watched him too much, because most of the games that I've seen him either getting banned or not completely picked at all, and even in rank games he's a perma banned at this point. So the very few times actually I've watched him being played around, and yeah, I mean, we need to watch what will be the option. But they ban away the Kufra, which is a really good counter against the Lancelot, right? So a pretty interesting choice for sure. However, the ban from the side of team BTD is still left, and I think so they might want to ban a bit of gold laners out here to have their go for a pretty easy early game, scale better. But what are the options, right, that they can ban? They can even ban roamer or maybe an exp laner. If the grok goes damage onto the exp lane, it's gonna be problematic, but still be an option. Oh, they actually think they should ban the black dragon. I figured the black dragon could be a good choice for the side of team BTT, because they have a Farsa, but even there's a Garut Kacha too, right, to go for the back line. So they have a few more options, if not the Y Yuzong. But what do they pick out here will be the question. Still a big question mark, and the pick is still due from the side of team Monkey Business, and they have quite a few options to actually go for. I think they should be going for the gold laner at this point. Still have a flexibility for that exp lane. They can move the grok to the exp if they want, and yes, they do that actually. And they pick the Prodi against Erythril. I would say Brody does have a good skill set, but he doesn't scale as much as the Erythril into the late game. But from the early to mid game, he should have a pretty good time after he reaches that level 4. With the torn apart memory, he can get the final hit pretty easily. But the late game, it's a bit concerning because he kind of lacks the range. But I think they do have the Farsa as well as the Lancelot to cover that range. All they need is a damage for that, a little bit mid to late game insurance. I think the Brody can fill up that spot for sure. And with the Kufra being banned, they opted for the Minotaur onto the roam section, and also a Arlot for that exp lane. Looks good. I would say the Mincitar, not the Mincitar. Actually, the Mincitar can come through out here for a counter probably. But again, the Arlot along with the Minotaur can really do good, because every time there is a good CC hero along with the Arlot, he gets a free dash because his passive gets activated every time the opponents get stunned, CC def any kind, knocker, be it stunned, be it immobilize or anything of that sort. He can get that free dashes, so it can work really well coupled up with the Minotaur. So it will be an interesting matchup for sure. And what will be the last pick from the side of team Monkey Business is gonna be that Phoveus. I would say the Phoveus is really good, given the fact it can directly counter that Alucard, as well as to some extent counter that Arlot too. So I think that Phoveus will definitely do better, and a lot of flickers. No Purify so far, only flickers, one sprint onto the Erythril. I think that's a common spell. Most people like to go onto the Erythril for more mobility, but except for the Retribution, everybody opted for a flicker. So a lot of flicker combo, but at the last moment the Sicilian actually changed his spell to sprint. interesting choice for sure, but I think so he can use that pretty well because he's up against Lancelot who wants to come in. The Farsa too with the feather airstrike. Sprint is not the best option to get out of her ultimate, but it can still work if you maneuver your way around properly. But again, with the drafts being already set from both the teams, the execution will definitely matter for this match. So may the best team wins out here. All the best to both the sides. And without any further ado, we will be moving into the land of Dawn for this match. So let's see how will this be faring off. And just a few moments wait. With all the players being loaded, we will be heading right away. But if you guys are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the share button because it's gonna be a really interesting match. And we shall be awaiting this game for sure for a while, right? You can already see both the gold laners. Everybody is actually going for different kind of rotation out here, so it's gonna be pretty interesting. And apparently both the junglers have chosen a different buff to start from. The Alucard wants to start with the red buff, whereas the Lancelot wants to start with the blue buff. So I would say definitely a good option. But once again, we will be heading into the game. So I would say with the Farsa as well as the Grok combo, they can make good rotation early on, right? They can really get the ganks onto the side lane active really fast. As you can see right now, sorry about that, as you can see already the first blood being secured by the Grok itself, right? That is the power with the rotation. Even the flicker cannot save you. So it's really a good start already, giving the advantage to the Phoveus in the early minutes of the game. So with the mid lane being a little bit mid to late game, it's gonna be a problematic, with the scaling right now, because they cannot take ganks as much as they want. And even the Alucard being the late game, I think there are too many late game heroes from the side of Team BTD. They need their draft to scale a lot longer. Like the time limit is quite long for them to actually come online. But again, the poke damage onto the Grok being already active, so a little bit of poke, nothing too much already. But the top lane, you can see already they want to find an engage. Just Hun is already there. Lancelot actually goes in. Just Hun might get taken down. Yes, he will be a bit too ahead of himself. But again, mid lane, the Grok pretty low on HP. He was forced to just get back. Still does not have the flicker, so both the flickers actually being expended already from both the sides. And the turtle will be up. And it seems like the side of BTD, they have to get the control better. But again, the Lancelot goes in, misses his first kill, so he should not go any more further away from that. But again, the Grok being a little bit low, should be careful, right? The Minotaur wanted to get that knock up, but again, the Grok kind of is CC immune, right, with his first kill. So again, the turtle being start, but again, off cam there will be a kill secured by the Brody onto the Erythral, getting the advantage. But again, Phoveus wants to go in, gets a knockup, but again, the stun this time connects actually onto 4 members. And oh, the feathered airstrike being helping them take down the opponents, and already 3 kills. Alucard trying to run will be able to do so. The Lancelot wants to go in for the Sicilian. He uses that sprint to get out of the harm's way, but a 1-for-3 trade right out there, so definitely a good I guess it was 1-for-2 trade, right? 1-for-2 trade, definitely in the favor of team Monkey Business. So they have that advantage. But again, top lane, it's gonna be a little bit of poke and a lot of camping for sure until the team rotates out there. So we need to just watch for that. And so far, you can see we are just 3 minutes in. The 3k goal lead being almost a 3k goal lead being active on the side of Monkey Business. BTD, they need to get some form of trades right now if they want to get comeback, because their draft needs that scaling, like I've been mentioning. They need the gold to be on their favor, otherwise it's going to be really problematic. If they can get a snowball, things might be different. Alucard definitely has 1 kill. He needs a few more before he can actually do wonders. But again, bot lane, they're making a rotation. They want to take a fight. It seems like the Grok, Raftalia actually wants to go in, but he just chooses otherwise. He wants to just keep his skills active. So far, again, top lane, they're still making the rotation. They want to take a fight. Lancelot being the target by 4 members of BTD will still survive with this immunity as well as a skill. So good use of the micro. But again, mid lane, They are trying to camp, it seems like, but oh, they will be able to survive. But again, top lane 1v1 should be there with a torn apart memories, but oh, the Lancelot also assists, right? So that's gonna be another kill. But again, out here, there's gonna be another fight. 1v3 situation out here. The phobia still survives, but not for too long. Gets a knocker, but again, the feather airstrike is gonna be there. The grog goes in too, and they want to take another fight. The Arlot with the ultimate gets that. Stun gets the dashes, but the rest of the team is gonna be there. The Lancelot joins the party, and even the Brody comes in quick, but the flick is already being expended. The final slash definitely connected on two members, but he could not translate it onto too much. But again, really back and forth, but so far the kill lead is definitely in the favor of team Monkey Business. They get a turret up top too, so a lot of advantage. I think the Brody was able to get down all the gold that was required for him. And that was a good lead, right? Again, you can take a look at the item, already having locked in one item each. Brody's working on his second item, 4,500 gold, so much, almost 2k gold lead compared to the Erythril, just having that, I would say the Vent-Talker, right? Not really doing too much. And again, mid lane, they want to take another fight, it seems like. And the Lancelot wants to go in, just being a bit menacingly dashing away, but Brody trying to get a focus, but with the flicker final slash being active out there, there's gonna be the feather airstrike too, but again gets out of the harm's way. The Farsa will survive, but I don't think so. The Alucard will be so lucky, and that's an instant trade-off coming in the favor of Monkey Business, and two members being punished already off that engage, right? So more gold already. It's going to be almost a 5k gold lead in the favor of Monkey Business. BTD, they're losing too much map space at this point. They need to be careful, because I think so the bot lane turret will not be standing for too long, and yes, it will be getting taken down already. As I speak of, the mid lane too is also being pushed in, but it's only by the minions. They are not trying to push it in, but however, they want to find a pick off, it seems like. They're just trying to find a vision. They're trying to get more information, more vision, but so far not too much in luck, I say. But once again, mid lane, another engage. Shayla will be getting punished, so much of a overstep, I would say. But again, the Grok wants to find an engage, but there's no one to follow him up. But again, up top, the Erythril is too deep. How that takes a bit of turret damage, but the flicker on the phobia should be getting that kill secured. Just Hun gets punished, but down bot, it seems like a 1v1 should be happening anytime soon between the two junglers. But the Lancelot definitely have the level advantage, but he takes in too much damage. Will be forced to get under the turret to survive, and no more fall off from that thing, so should be okay. But again, the blue buff, you can see they're trying to invade it in. The Farsa with the feather airstrike. Shayla needs to be careful, but not for too long. Oh, he gets taken down. Even the purple buff gets stolen. The turtle is up. The last objective of the game, the last noodle objective, last turtle, I would say, will be also getting secured from the side of team Monkey Business. BTD, they have lost too much, and at this point there is already a 7k goal lead, so too much of a problem, right? If you take a quick look at the items, you may see that the Farsa also have a win Sky Piercer, right? And the Brody has completed 3 items, but again, the damage you can see really scaling off the there's gonna be the torn apart memory actually gets him taken down. Shayla also gets punished, 2 members being instantly picked off, and the middle lane is wide open, so this should be an easy push. The Lancelot trying to find an engage onto KZU, and will not get the final hit, but the top lane second tier turret will be falling already, so good game. Apparently, it seems like there is a issue with the voice, right? There is a bit delay for this stream. Sorry about that. I tried fixing it, but there's nothing much, I can be doing. I think it's due to the overheating of the device, perhaps. But you can enjoy the match. I'll be trying to span it as much as I can. So far, there's a 12k goal lead in the favor of Monkey Business, and BTD. They really have to play defensively. You can see, right, they're forced to stay inside their own base, and that kind of put them at a stretch because their items are still not locked yet. It's almost 10k goal lead for this Brody, and he's doing really good. He's a good thing, but the Irithel might be suffering from a bad internet connection. It seems gets executed, right? And again, the Lancelot wants to go in, but he will not do so. So the rest of the team wants to go for a follow-up. The Sanguine because it's going to be there. The Lancelot gets the taunt. The ultimate from the Grok will be there, but the Minotaur Minion Furies also is going to be there. The Feather Airstrike too, but they will be able to get actually one member taken down. The Alucard gets taken off. The mid lane is wide open, and the waves are still there, but they're trying to just defend at this point. The Lancelot damage along with the Brody will be too much for this Arla to handle, and the base is wide open. They do not have the waves yet. It's coming down the bot lane, mid lane too, but it's still there's time for that. But again, so much damage from Shayla, but she will get taken off too. And again, there's going to be another knocker, but it seems like the Grog does not have enough sustain. I mean, the Minotaur does not have enough sustain, and the base is wide open, and it's going to be a game secured by the side of Team Monkey Business, and BDD, they cannot defend that base any longer. So a good game for sure, and it's going to be an easy match in the favor of Team Monkey Business. So congratulations to them, and MVP for the gold laner. Definitely got that farm secured and all the items, so easier damage for him having a good lane. And Team BTD, they just fell short to actually win this game around. So that would be it for this match. We will be soon bringing you the next match as soon as we can at the earliest. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after a short break. Thank you for watching. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the final game of the night. This is going to be between Team Yama Esports onto the blue side versus Team Mizo, or just Mizo out here. So, both the teams, all the best. I hope the best team wins out here. It's going to be a best of one with 6 bands only, if you're aware. And if my voice is delayed for some reason, please don't take too much into heart for that, right? I'm trying to fix it, but it seems like it cannot be fixed right now. But I'll make sure that it is not hamper the game too much already. Okay, so for the teams, good luck. You can see the bans already taking place. It's gonna be the Lancelot along with the one being banned. As for the side of Mizo, they're banning away the Alucard and the Estes. Okay, interesting choice. Let's see what will be the first pick. There are a lot of good heroes still open. The YESS is open as well, and they do have a few more options too. And the first they go for the Arlot, really strong. I have been mentioning, right? The Arlot is still a first pick worthy hero after all the performances that we have seen for him. So yeah, let's see what will be the answer back. I'll just mute for a while just to check how my voice is getting delayed or not. So I'll be just back in a few seconds.
Command confirmed. Rhino
Experience the
online.
euphonious suffering.
Your team is banning.
So it seems like the delay is still there. I will be trying to fix it soon enough, but for now we need to just bear with it. I tried fixing it, but it doesn't seem like it will be getting fixed anytime soon. So yeah, bear with me, guys. The ban's already there, the Katita being banned as well, and a little bit different approach with the picks, I would say. We haven't seen a lot of heroes being picked so often, like the Whale so far, but I would say it's a really good combo along with the Tigrel, right? And even the Thamus can do pretty well. But again, you can look at the bans, right? The Mart is being banned. Yama Esports, they fear that they can go for a potential Martis jungle. We'll be banning it away, but oh, interesting choice out here. The Mia actually making way for the side of Mizo, and the YS is being open, will be getting instantly locked in. The only double S tier hero in the current meta into the jungle section. I think that's a really good choice. They get a vision, they get a lot more utility with the stun as well. And oh, the Valentina too. Necker Queen wants to go for a Valentina pick, so The draft is looking good. Grok also being there, active from the side of Yama Sports. Will be interesting to watch. And the jungler is still due from the side of Mizo. Let's see what do they want to go for here. They have a quite a bit option, right? The Lancelot is the only hero that was banned, along with the Martist. Apart from that, rest of all the heroes are still up and available. But what do they want to go against YSs who can farm really quickly? So that would definitely be a question. So let's see. Let's watch. How will this match actually fare? And oh, a cushion for that early game burst potential, snowball kind of hero. But there's a lot of way for Yama Sports to actually maneuver around, go for a reverse engage. So let's see how will they actually play this match. But again, the drafts are set for both the teams. You can comment down below which team you think will be winning this game for sure, right? And with that, without any further ado, we will be moving into the land of Dawn really quickly. But the lane matchup is really gonna be interesting, right? It's a Arlot versus a Thamus, Grandeur versus a Mia, a YSS versus a Gushin, Grok versus Tigrel, and of course the Wheel versus the Valentina. So there's definitely gonna be an interesting game ahead of us. So let's just watch. We will be seeing you can support your favorite team. Onto the red side is gonna be Mizo, and onto the side of the blue is gonna be Yama Esports. And we will be soon heading into the land of Dawn after the players have loaded into the game. So just a few minutes wait before we finally go into the game. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the stream, guys. If you're here, do that as well. And that really motivates us to do this even further and even better. And this is just the first few rounds, and it's still the knockout stages, right? And the teams, the power ranking, the way the teams have been made to face each other is completely random, is drawn live onto the stream. So nothing has been preset. There is like everything is completely random, and maybe a few of the matches will be different from how you're actually used to watching, but it is what it is, right? So let's see how will this match actually go for these teams. So far it's looking pretty good. Sorry for the delay with my voice, guys. I've been trying to fix it, but it just seems like it cannot be fixed for right now. So I'll try it for the next stream, but once again, we'll be moving to this game. Pretty standard jungling, I would say. Cushion starting with the blue, YS is starting with the red. And yeah, Yama Sports are trying to play a little bit aggressive. But again, bot lane or 1v1, the Vengeance being already active. They want to find an engage. It seems like Rock making a rotation. That should be an easy kill. Yes, first blood already being secured by Dark. Pretty easy rotation and pretty easy first kill. Even before the first minute of the game actually hit, right? And so far so good. But again, top lane. Clips actually. Or Clipes, right? Clipes actually just farming for right now. It's gonna be pretty easy early game, I would say. So far as it looks like, just gonna be that level 4 contention before they actually go for pretty solid games. But again, bot lane Dark, I'm going for a 2v1 situation at this point.
Red team hero has been slain. Red team hero has been slain.
And Yama Sports being active, you can see, they wanted to get that kill onto the cushion, but they have to be just satisfied without getting one. Dark still being active out there. Wants to go for a flick or final slash, but does not follow it through. But again, top lane, Clipes is getting a really good time out there. Right now they want to invade the purple buff, but Hyper is still away, but if you look at the damage onto the tank, Tiger taking a bit low, will be getting out of the harm's way, but the purple buff should be taken away by Yama Esports, it seems like. And yeah, it should be easy to get him taken away, yeah. But again, top lane, again, you can see Clipes literally bullying Letuzawa. And yeah, it's gonna be like that.
Team has slain the
So again,
turtle.
another turtle being secured. So far so good. Both the teams, they are trying their best, but it seems like the early game is definitely favoring the side of Team Yama Esports, and they want to just take the aggression at the same level. They just want to continue it forward. The Gushin not really being so active despite having that early game advantage because of the forceful invades that are coming through, so he's not getting too much time actually go in. But look at the set out there too, man. Oh my goodness, the stolen implosion along with the Grok's wild charge, making things so much easier, and it's gonna be an easy kills. I mean, kills 4-man wipeout out there, and also an easy turret. 3 minutes into the game, 8 kills. Turret's been taken down. Yeah, Esports definitely having a good time. Mizo, they are really, you know, not having the best game right now. They need to get a way to come back into this match. It seems like a bit difficult because you can see the YS is taking a bit of damage, but he can just reverse the situation. His team is already available out there. They want to find and engage the final selection, hitting on the 2 members. The Grok with the Guardian's barrier will be stucking that tank away, and another kill being secured pretty easily.
Killing spree. Blue team hero has been slain. Blue team has slain the turtle. Monster kill. Double kill. Blue team hero has been slain. Red team turret has been destroyed. Red team turret has been destroyed.